Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I am starting a new composition notebook art journal. So I found this one in my stash of things that I've started in the past. I started it as like a Bible journal. I was trying to take notes on like the feasts and different things I was learning, and discovered really quickly that I didn't like writing on graph paper, at least not the kind of graph paper that has like really dark lines. It was just too confusing for my eyeballs. So I transferred the information to somewhere else, and I'm going to repurpose this composition notebook to create a new art journal. So this is the second one. I just finished a series where I showed all 44 pages of my first art journal. So I'll put a link below if you're new here and want to check that out. So first I'm just ripping a few pages out to thin it out, because as I build the pages, it's going to get thicker and thicker. Now, the first time I did the composition notebook art journal, I glued pages back to back, and I prepped all of the layout, the background layer of the layouts. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time, because I did find that I kind of got stuck to one kind of style, and I wanted to stretch myself to do a few things differently this time. Like I guess just open up that possibility. So I'm going to start by doing something I haven't done before, which is a sticker collage. So from years of raising kids and working with kids, I have a million stickers, and I was going to declutter them and give them away. And I thought, you know what? First, I'm going to do just a collage of stickers as a background or base layer, because it's fun. You should try it sometime. It's really fun. So that's what I did. I'm just going through my stash, and I think somebody actually donated some to me. So many of these I don't even recognize. I don't remember using them in my old days. But I'm just randomly putting them all over the spread to create a collage. And it feels like play. It just feels very, it's almost cathartic, because there's no real rhyme or reason. I'm just trying to not leave a whole lot of white space in the background. And some of these are old stickers, so I'm going to put Mod Podge over the top to kind of seal in the stickers so they don't get too crazy. And I got a little bit too much Mod Podge here, so I end up having to scrape a little bit off, trying to put it back into the container, but I'm just trying to cover the whole page. So I let it dry overnight because I wanted to make sure it was fully dry and wasn't tacky. And I wasn't sure if I was going to cover most of it up. I thought about writing some words and then kind of doing the negative space and covering it up. But it just is kind of satisfying to look at anyway, in this like youthful, playful way. And I thought, you know what? You're never too old to play. Like I'm a playful person. So I'm going to create a title. You are never too old to, and then I'm going to find some different colors to create the word play. And at first I chose these lighter colors thinking the marker would pop, like the word would pop out more. But then as I'm looking at the page, I'm going, that's just too pastel-y for the page, because there's so many bright colors that I want it to kind of pop. So I chose some different colors. So I should have looked closer at the names. I can't even zoom in and read them anymore, but it's always interesting what they name paint colors. Like they have to come up with a different name for everything, so they got to get really creative. So yeah, the green didn't quite go with the other colors, so I chose this other kind of greenish foam, sagey foam green. Anyway, so I'm putting that aside, and now I'm just kind of trying to position the words in a way that makes sense to me, that I don't know. It just seems too bold and square and blocky, and I'm just not really sure where to put it. I kind of like it over there on the side, and I'm going to have to cut off the top and the bottom. So I decided to actually cut into it and create kind of a wave to make it a little bit more interesting. So then I'm playing on that. Do I want to put it all the way on the edge? Do I want to put it on the other side? You know, a lot of times when you're collaging or working with different elements of a page, it's just a matter of trial and error and moving things around and seeing what you like and what feels right. So I'm cutting the top now of the words, so I've got a full wave. Yeah. So I think I like it there. So I'm gonna work with the other layers. And I am just moving them all around, and like nothing is really, I don't know, I just don't really love it anywhere. It just doesn't feel right. And it also feels a little bit too big and blocky. So I am going to cut out each letter to have a little bit less of a bold square background, and then hopefully that'll help because once I start cutting, I can't go back. So hopefully I like that better. Sometimes you have to just take a risk when you're working with an art journal page, and you just, you know, if it doesn't turn out wonderful, it's okay. There's always another page. But I do like this much better. The play blends in a little bit more with the collage background, but I kind of like that. I didn't want it to stand out quite so much. So a composition notebook is a great way to start art journaling because it's cheap, and the whole point of art journaling is just to experiment and play. You're never too old to play. So have fun. If you got some extra stickers laying around, hey, you now know what to do with them. So go make some art and come back and hang out with me again.